Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the O'Rourke Report. Thank you so much for joining me. All right, this week in the world that I love so much, the world of Bravo. I do want to start with something that I thought was very sweet and tender. You know, I really like him, Andy Cohen. I think he's the king of Bravo. He's the reason. He's the essence. He's the soul. He's the aesthetic. There's all sorts of great things to say about Andy. Well, apparently, and this was a news story. I think he had Ryan Serhant, originally from New York Million Dollar Listing Cast, and now his various other real estate shows. He had Ryan Serhant's company sell his, I think he's in the West Village of Greenwich Village, his West Village home. He's moved up into an even bigger and better one. He'd been in this particular location for 22 years, this long time. Obviously, his children were born there and he's been bringing them up there. So very close connection to everybody in his building. Well, he posted this great, I don't know, it's a sweet little goodbye to some of the people who he had been working with for the past 22 years, or been living in the same building with him for the past 22 years. Whether it was his doorman or as the concierge or, whoever. They were the regular, normal people. And he had posted something, an acknowledgement of how wonderful they had been to him over the past 22 years and how much they're going to miss him. One picture in particular, I think there were only 2 or 3 pictures, had his son Ben, who I believe is 6 years old, Ben giving a big hug to one of the guys. I just thought it was very sweet, and I thought to myself, boy, that's really apropos of Andy Cohen. It's a tiny little thing, but just acknowledge the people who made his life so pleasant. There's my little Chloe Marie doing the little jump ups. Very good, Chloe. I just thought it was sweet. I wonder if you guys saw it. So he's moving on to something bigger and better. Okay, let's go on real quick here. Want to just say, let me just say, if you guys want to be notified every time we put out new content, please hit the subscribe button if you would be so kind. Right over here. Bing, subscribe. And hit the like button. Beep. Helps me out tremendously and really appreciate it. Okay. Want to say, I've been avoiding this show and I ended up binging it last weekend. It is great. Let me tell you, Apple is coming out with some of the best shows, best written, best acted. There's a lot of great stuff in what Apple is getting behind and putting out there on your various screens, whether it be a TV, a phone, an iPad, wherever you watch your content. They've been, I'll just say Severance. Boring. That's all I'll say. For those who have watched it, know what I'm talking about. Another level. So anyway, John Hamm's new one. I think it's 9 episodes long. You can binge the whole thing. It's run. I'm assuming it'll come back for year number 2 because they've set it up that way in the final episode, I think. Or at least the character. It's called Friends and Neighbors. Let me tell you, I know they say it's Westchester County, which is also north of Manhattan. It's in New York. Fairfield County, it's its counterpart. It's in Connecticut. Everything was spot on to be a hedge fund or a hedgie in Greenwich, even though they say it was Westchester. I don't know. I don't know if Westchester, although it kept saying it was a village, so they could have been trying to infer it was Bedford Village. I don't think it was Bedford Village. I think it was Greenwich. Whatever. It was great, and for anybody wondering if there was any authenticity there was 100% authenticity. Great stuff. John Hamm hit it again. It's very much in a Don Draper type of vibe. I love when John Hamm does comedy, but he also does these dramas really, really well. Highly recommend it. 9 episodes. Not go crazy. Okay, the only 2 to talk about is the Valley and Next Gen. For the Valley, I made a list of the best couples, the people we like, and the worst couples. Should we just go into the best couples? Should we just start? I'm going to start with number 3. We really like Mia and Danny. Danny may have an issue with booze, but I think he's receiving those messages. I think Mia's hearing them as well. In the long run, Danny will take that information. If there are changes that need to be made, I have confidence that this guy will make it. Okay? I think it's a small issue. Whatever it was, I think Janet is just trying to get herself some screen time, and she knows if she attacks who inarguably were last year's fan favorites. I gotta say, Danny and Mia. She knows if she attacks them, she'll get screen time. Specious. So anyway, best couple number 3, Mia and Danny, love them. Love number 2, Kristen and Luke. Kristen. She's an empath, apparently. Oh, the Vanderpump old school OG. They're a very appealing couple, and wish them the absolute best. The number 1 couple on the Valley, every time he's on, it's guaranteed good, is Zach and whoever Zach wants to be with. So number 1 of the Valley is Zach and whoever Zach wants to be with. Zach is number 1. Worst. Oh my God. Well, I think we got to say Jax and Brittany are the worst, but they were always the worst. Brittany's the one who married him. Brittany, certainly, nobody hid anything from Brittany. And even if her fellow castmates were hiding things from her, this is Vanderpump Rule castmates and Valley castmates, all she would have had to do was watch the shows. I mean, we had 10 years of Vanderpump, although Jax was fired, I don't know, season 6 or 7. Yeah, so Jax and Brittany. Next up is, geez, this is a tie. This is the tie between Janet and Jason, because Janet is someone who doesn't care about hurting other people so she can create controversy, so she can have herself a reality TV job. And then Jesse and Michelle. I'm sorry, there's a child involved. There is a child involved, and that's the sad part. But boy, it's hard to think who is more to blame here in this debacle, is it Jesse or Michelle, because they could be equal. Okay. Other thing I want to say about the Valley. Tell me if you agree on this. Sheena kind of does fit in with them. She's standing back and let the others take the lead, but she's makes sure she gets camera time. Lala, she has no business being on the show. Has no business being on the show. The other person who doesn't have any business on the show and is worse than Janet in just reaching out to hurt other people so she can get screen time and guarantee herself a job, Jasmine. There's nothing to like about Jasmine. Not in my mind. She's also a bit of an idiot. That's my thought. Oh, the other thing I have here is Jax has got bald spots. It's terrible, I know. Okay, let's go to Next Gen, which I told you last week is quickly becoming my favorite because of Charlie. It was almost a Gia-free episode, which was fantastic. Thank you. I think they're catching on. It could be my imagination too. It seems I'm seeing more and more stories on him on Instagram that Charlie is the star of the show. Charlie and I also was reading someplace that there were other cast members who were like Charlie who quit as soon as they found out the Housewife kids were going to be on. One of them is Connor Kennedy. Now, I heard somebody say on the news the other day, Connor Kennedy, I don't know who he is. I'm pretty sure Connor Kennedy is RFK's kid. The one who dated Taylor Swift when he was like 17 and she was 19. That's dialed in a big way on a high level. And I can see why he would pull out if he heard he was going to be with you guys. And although she's much better, less dishonest. Let's say, is that right? Nah, that's not right. I was going to say something about Candy Burris's girl, who I'm drawing a blank on her name. Sorry about that. The other thing I want to thank the next generation for doing, you know how there is the cast member that has the look of Olivia Wilde? That's a transgendered guy. Or girl, excuse me. I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings, but thank you. Thank you, Bravo, for not ramming that message down my throat. Totally appreciate that. Why don't we just have it as a person whose name is, I don't even know what her name is on the show, and don't try to teach me a lesson. I don't care about your lessons. Don't care. Don't want to hear it. Just want to, I just want to thank Bravo and Next Gen for not ramming that message down our throat. Oh my God, I could go about Miami all day long, couldn't I? Yeah, I'm going to leave Miami for something else. Thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate you tuning into today to the O'Rourke Report, and I look forward to seeing you next time here. And if you like what you see, like I said, please hit that subscribe button, boop, hit the like button, and I'd appreciate it. Thanks again.